What's up guys, Zain here. So I was going through some of my old stuff and I came across one of my most prized possessions at the time. The original Nintendo Game Boy. It still is given its sentimental value, and I still remember the first day that I got this. So my dad came back from his travels, and whenever he would travel, he would always bring us something. So when he popped up this out of his bag, I was just absolutely awestruck. It was like a million Christmas gifts into one. I was the happiest kid ever. Countless hours were spent on this device and worth every minute of it. So let's get it unboxed again.
They said it wasn't humanly possible, but now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Plus, Game Boy comes with the outrageous new game, Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use the revolutionary video link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
So this is the original Game Boy box that I've had for a long time now. Oh, it has a seal of quality. It's showcasing games like Kirby's Dream Land and Super Mario Land. And as you can see, the box is a little worn out over the years. Inside, it has the instruction manual and the Game Boy itself. Now this is what I call a robust system. Look at it. I'm sure this thing will survive anything you throw at it. On the front, it has a directional pad, 2 game buttons, a start and a select button, a single speaker with simple lo-fi audio. Let's take a look at the left-hand side. It has a contrast dial and a power adapter jack. On the right-hand side, it has a volume dial and a Game Link port to connect with another Game Boy. On the bottom, it has a microphone jack. On the top, it has the on-off switch with lockout to prevent you from removing the cartridge when it's on. On the back, this is where it takes 4 AA batteries. Let's pop them in. Now this is the game pack. This one has 105 games in one, a huge deal at the time. Now let's fire this bad boy up. Nintendo first came out with the Game Boy in April of 1989, so it's been about 33 years now. Boy, does that make me feel old. But it was amazing living through the era and witnessing how the Game Boy became one of the most popular portable gaming consoles ever. And also witnessing how Nintendo changed gaming history. In the 80s, gaming was mostly in the arcades, and then home consoles like the Atari 2600 came along, and they were absolutely revolutionary. Oh, and by the way, countless hours were spent on that device as well with my brother and friends. And oh my god, that joystick. We broke it and fixed it so many times. But I digress, that's a story for another day. Nintendo started taking over the game industry in the 80s with games like Mario, Zelda, Duck Hunt, and so many more. The Game Boy was designed by Nintendo's chief engineer, Gunpei Yokoi, and Nintendo's R&D team. As the story goes, Gunpei Yokoi was on a train in Japan and he saw a businessman playing with his calculator. That's when he had the idea, why not have a mobile gaming device that you can take with you everywhere? And then they came up with a Game & Watch. More immeasurable hours on that one as well.
Game Watch, Game Watch, Game Watch.
They were really great, and then took that concept even further to what evolved into the Game Boy. Internally, it was known as the dot matrix game, referring to its dot matrix display. The Game Boy propelled Nintendo into new heights. They hyped it up like no other, and it was so cool. And to top it off, they paired it with the perfect game, Tetris. I can still hear the Tetris tune in my head right now. Nintendo came up with back-to-back game hits, and it clawed its way into the American zeitgeist. It was everywhere. From famous people to kids, everyone was playing it. At the time, Game Boy was competing against devices from Atari and Sega, which had color screens, and they were really cool, but it cost you in battery life. Nintendo was like Steve Jobs' Apple. They stripped out the unnecessary fancy and flashy things that were not mature enough, and that you didn't need for a robust system. All it had were 5 controls, a directional pad, 2 game buttons, a start and select button, a slot to put your cartridge, a game link port, and a single speaker, all packaged in a durable system. It was a perfect example of minimalism in tech. It was a clean and efficient design. You turn it on and you hear the Nintendo beep. That's it. You're ready to have a great time. The Game Boy's legacy is undeniable. A device that went on to sell 118 million units. It had a huge influence in our culture and was the stepping stone to all the major tech that we have today. It truly changed technology forever. Without the Game Boy, we wouldn't have the modern phones or the myriad of tech that we have available today. So thank you, Game Boy, for being a part of my life growing up. It will always have a special place in my heart. And thank you for watching. Peace.